Now, Twitter is one of the many ways all the stories from Japan have resonated throughout the world of social media. And so have the moves in the stock market. Solar, nuclear, chips, automobiles. The CEO of StockTwits, Howard Lindzon, has the message from Twitter sphere. Howard?
How are you?
What up?
What up?
Glad to see you. I've known you for a long time. Glad to have you on the show. You guys have this really interesting way of following stock market chatter through tweets. Can you explain that in 160-some characters?
No, but I will say that StockTwits is about curation. Twitter's about volume and about pulse and about real time. StockTwits is about curation. So we created a context around messages with our own tag, which is a $sign. So there's context. If you want to talk about Apple, it's $AAPL, and then our API picks that up and pulls it into Twitter.
So basically, friends of StockTwits, or StockTwits?
StockTwits.
StockTwits, my bad. Friends of StockTwits use $sign. So last week when I was tweeting about our Sienna interview, you should be chastising me for not. I called it numbers Sienna, numbers sign Sienna. I should have done $sign CIEN.
It's intent. So if you want this other core audience to see your message and your content, then it's another way to distribute it to a very focused audience. So Twitter is reach. Twitter is everywhere.
Right.
Twitter and StockTwits is about vertical and about depth. And it's about people who are passionate about stocks all day. So while the earthquake and tsunami in Japan are enormous news and spreading around the globe, StockTwits is a slice of, hey, how that may affect different markets from lumber to oil to solar, et cetera. And, you can't stop people from talking about these things, so we're just curating it into its own little stream.
Interesting.
Howard, we're seeing a lot of enthusiasm today for solar stocks. I mean, how is that translating on StockTwits? Are you seeing that kind of enthusiasm in clean energy stocks?
Yeah, I mean, I was checking some of the streams like For Solar and TSL, and a lot of chatter. Obviously, these stocks have been very volatile forever. I don't own solar stocks. I try and stick myself with trends that I understand. And so today was just a big spike after 2 or 3 weeks down. So there was a lot of people obviously leaning one way, and then with the tsunami and with the earthquake in Japan, the story all weekend was people got themselves all worked up about oil and solar.
Twitter recently changed its rules for third-party developers. How does that affect you guys? I know it's gotten a lot of backlash in the developer community.
Yeah, well, I mean, Twitter's going to do what Twitter's going to do. Microsoft did this. People try and control the pipe. We have to be really careful. Twitter is an amazing product, and everybody has an opinion about how to use Twitter. It's like football right now. Everybody wants to be an armchair quarterback because the product resonates differently with everybody. And, the third-party developers are very important to the Twitter ecosystem because Twitter doesn't work for certain people. They want to consume it in a different way. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. StockTwits is its own platform, so we push to Twitter and we pull from Twitter, and, I'm friends with many of the people at Twitter, so, we're just trying to have our own relationship and stay in tune with, their terms and policies.
Do you start to see some of these trends, market-related trends? Our show's more focused on what companies are doing. The market responds to what companies do ultimately.
Yeah.
But the pull of the market has its own appeal and its own followers. Did you start to see some of these moves in wind and solar and nuclear even on Friday?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I haven't. This is what you do. You did. I think. I use Twitter and StockTwits, and so the news kind of breaks at the same time.
Right.
But there's generally shock. I mean, the best traders in the world maybe are pushing buttons and actually trading instead of talking about it. So I think there's still a delay. And the videos start pouring in, and what I love about StockTwits and about mentoring, about people getting smarter, is that news gets disseminated quicker. And actually, although people sometimes think it's going to be more volatile, I think volatility drops because people have a chance to communicate across the globe instantaneously. Sorry.
Good job. No, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Howard Lindzon, StockTwits. Glad you can come by.
Thanks, Cory.